This is the award-winning car talk show in Wheel Time. Just ahead, we review our featured vehicle of the week, the Mazda3 Hatch. We got your weekly cruise-in calendar, plus this week in auto history. And we'll have the stories making automotive news headlines. That and more, along with a couple of guests. Just ahead on this week's In Wheel Time Car Show. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars. We need more Jeff Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad that you could join us today. We really appreciate it. We have a special guest on the line with us right now, and his name is Craig Harris, and he is with Garages of Texas.
All right.
Craig, good morning.
Hey, Craig.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Well, we're good, but we're not as good as you are because Garages of Texas, man, I'll tell you what, since the last time we spoke, I had a chance to go on the website, garagesoftexas.com, and listen, it's every car guy's dream to have a setup like this. But I wanted to really make it clear that you're not a company that goes into a guy's garage and fixes it up. That's not what you do. That's not what this is. This is a company that has a facility that has a series of garages in a compound, per se, that is generally kind of nondescript, kind of low-key.
Right.
Nobody would really know because there's no flags or banners or anything like that out front. So you've got your secret hideaway that every boy, since he was 5 years old, always wanted to have. Am I right?
I think you've pretty much nailed it. These are garage communities that we build, and these are commercial-type buildings with multiple garages within each building.
Let me put it this way. I kind of like to think of it as a really, really nice townhouse for my garage, for my car.
For your hot rod.
Yeah.
Not even a hot rod.
Does that pretty much sum it up? I mean, I see all of these 2- and 3-story, townhome communities in some high-end part of town, and they're really, really nice. But this is designed really for the car guy and his car or cars, his collection of cars.
Right.
Yeah, the concept of the garages is that you own your space. So it's a condominium that you buy. You now have commercial real estate in your portfolio. The way that we hand it over to them is that we give them what we like to call a blank canvas. So all of the units are drywalled, they're taped, they're floated. There's a mezzanine in each unit. They're plumbed for water and sewer.
Wow.
They're climate controlled. They're sprinklered for fire control. Climate control, as I said, we bring in electrical. It's ready to go for them to do their final build out.
Hey, Craig, are you going to share some pictures, or we've got some that we could run in the background while we're talking?
If you guys could run that, that would be terrific.
Okay,
yeah,
here we go.
Just a bunch of the pictures that Sean sent over.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we'll just let them roll in the background so people can kind of get an idea of what we're talking about.
Now, all of these are pretty much, they're all customized per the owner that owns the space. And I don't really, I'm all I can think of is, okay, this is what I want to do, but I don't really have the connections with the people that actually would finish this out for me and make it the way that I want to do it. So do you have those connections that you can forward me to and say, hey, man, here's some guys that do these build-outs?
We do. We have a list of qualified GCs, general contractors, that if someone is not sure where to get started, we can give them the names of those guys that we have seen do projects in the past. They, in turn, work with a number of different interior designers. So we can really hand everything over to you. You can start that dialogue with that GC and the designer, and you can come up with your own custom space. The nice thing is that we've currently got 9 projects that are in the works, from completely constructed, 100% occupied, to spaces that we have not yet broken ground on. So we've got pictures of some really cool garages that can kind of help stimulate the imagination of the new owner.
Well, I'll tell you what. Some of these, we were having trouble getting this video up here, but we're working on it. And I wanted to say that there are so many different configurations. It's really, how big are the garages themselves?
Okay, for example, in Katy, the smallest garage we have is just under 900 feet. And the largest we have is 2,000 feet.
Wow.
Up in the Woodlands, the smallest is a little over 1,000 square feet. The largest will be about 2,500 square feet.
So they vary in size. How does that work out for you guys? I mean, when you design these complexes, do you go in and say, okay, we're going to make 3 smalls, 3 mediums, and 3 bigs? How do you make that decision?
Well, what we do, we've got about 8 different sizes of garage spaces. And the reason behind that thinking is that different people are going to have different needs. So you might have somebody that wants to stick an RV in a space. Well, that's a big footprint. So if he wants to put something else in that space in addition to the RV, he's going to need one of the larger units. Inversely, if you've got somebody that has a small motorcycle collection, he may need something that doesn't require as much square footage.
Okay. So how would we know what is available?
So we have site maps at each of our locations. It's a layout of how the community is designed and built, and it shows the different garages that are in each of those buildings. And then we also mark those site maps with dots that indicate whether they're sold or they're still available. So if someone is interested in doing a tour of the site, they'll know exactly what we have available.
Okay. And, I think that you guys have an event coming up here in a couple of weeks, if I'm not mistaken, that would be a good opportunity for somebody that was in the market for something like this, or at least to get some ideas of how these guys have fixed their places up. I mean, some of these are absolutely stunning.
They really are. Yeah. The event you're referring to is the Garages and Gearhead.
Yes.
Gearheads events that we do on the 4th Saturday of every month out in Katy. That is a good way for people to come out, put their eyes on the project itself, and then they can kind of start to get a feel for, okay, this is what I have to work with. This is what I can do with it.
Well, I'll tell you what, I mean, I'm thoroughly impressed. I mean, some of these have multiple lifts inside, multiple cars, yes, whole car collections, and yes, some of them are built out, I guess, I don't know whether they have living quarters in them, but it sure looks like it to me.
Yeah, they do. These are not zoned for residential, but at the mezzanine level, what a lot of the owners do is they kind of make it into a livable space. So we've seen, bathrooms, kitchens, bars. We've got one owner, I won't say who or where that location is, but he did an $800,000 build out. It is phenomenal. He bought 3 spaces side by side, and he's got a lot of elbow room.
So when you buy them like that, side by side, can you cut a hole in the wall so you can have access to them through each other?
You could either cut a doorway out, or you could remove the entire demising wall itself and have one large space. You guys thought of everything on this, didn't you? We're trying to. The first project was 2014, and we have evolved through the years regarding the amenities that we offer the owners, and that's from direct feedback from the owners. So at this point in time, 2021, we think we've got a lot going on for these guys. With that. Well, it's truly remarkable to see all of the things that the creativity of some of these guys. It's like they hired an interior designer for cars.
That's what they look like, yeah.
Well, that's exactly right. And the thing is, you're only limited by your imagination. So you can go from, really simple to something really exotic. Now, we also have business owners who run their small businesses out of there. So They don't need anything quite that luxurious to run their day-to-day businesses. But yeah, it runs the full spectrum from really, really cool to very, very simple.
Well, I'll tell you what, I have been thoroughly impressed. We've been out in all sorts of video problems here on our end, and we're going to get all this video up here in a little while. But in the meantime, I would encourage anybody to go to your website because it's very thorough, and it really takes everybody through all of the possibilities that you have when it comes to, options available to you, when it comes to the actual size and also the possibilities of all of the things that you can do to your space.
Well, that's exactly right. And what's kind of interesting about the whole concept is how it has evolved over the years. It's gone from, the guys working on their cars in their garage, which is what I would consider an activity, to more like a hobby where, you evolve from that one car to, you buy your second car, you buy your third car, then it becomes a hobby and it becomes too large for you to operate that out of your home. So that's where we step in and fill in that gap. We provide the garage space for you to have that hobby, to work on it. And then it ends up becoming kind of a lifestyle. It's kind of like, the single boat owner that has the dock on the lake to a marina where you have multiple owners who have similar tastes and likes, and then you build that community, and that's exactly what it becomes. It's a very, very, very cool community that we build.
Mommy, where's Daddy? Oh, he's over at the garage. Can we go over there? No, you can't go over there. The boys are over there right now. They're working on cars. I'm sure that there have been some things like that have taken place over the years?
Well, it's interesting. When we were kids, we all had our clubhouse.
Yes.
Or our neighbor had the clubhouse that we loved to go to.
Sure.
These are just big boy clubhouses. And it is a place to get away, or if you could, in some cases, I suppose the wife could refer it to as the dog house, which you really wouldn't mind being sent to if you do get in trouble.
Yeah. So all of these pictures that we've finally got the video back up, but all of these that we're looking at, are these actual customers' places that we're looking at?
Yes, they are. They are finished, they're occupied, and they're having fun.
Darn it. I want to be part of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's one that's got the entire bar upstairs with a nice lounge area in front of it. It's really nice. I'm jealous, I have to tell you.
Well, what's really cool about these spaces is not only does it give you a place that you can work on your hobby, but you can entertain there as well. So a lot of these guys put in, the big screen TVs, the bar, the kitchen, very comfortable seating. They invite their friends over. They might watch a Formula One race. There's just all kinds of activities that these guys get into. At our home office in Carrollton, for example, that facility up there, they've got a weekly event where all the guys get together and hang out and drink some cool ones and just shoot the breeze.
Well, I want to be there.
We want you there.
Yeah, I know that you do. So are there spaces left? I know that the Katy is almost full, and I know that you've done a lot of pre-sales on the Woodlands location.
Yeah, we have 6 spaces left in phase 1 at the Katy location. Once that is done, we'll probably start over in phase 2. We actually already have the pad poured in phase 2. There'll be 24 additional units over there. We'll probably go vertical in the next 60 to 90 days in phase 2 at Katy. And probably in the next 90 to 120 days, we'll probably break ground in the Woodlands.
Craig, let me ask you something. How did you guys get started in this? I mean, I know that all of these kind of things come from a desire to have something. Is that the way this started too?
Well, the two guys, Fred Gans and Jack Griffin, who started the company, had been good friends since the early 80s. And Fred had primarily been developing storage space throughout his career. He's built over 80 projects throughout the United States. And he and Jack had a discussion in 2008. Fred had gone to Denver. He saw a similar type project. He fell in love with it because Jack has an enormous and phenomenal pedigree in the car and racing world. He knew pretty much what a garage space should be about. So they started out in 2008 having the discussion, but as we all know, 2008 became some pretty financially troubled, a financially troubled point of time. Yeah. So they actually shelved the idea, and then they came back together in 2014, and they built their first project in Plano. That was the idea. Let's build it. Let's see if they will come. And they did come indeed. And since then, since 2014, they have got 6 projects in the Dallas area, 2 in Houston, the Katy and Woodlands location, Austin, and we're looking at space in San Antonio as well. So that gives us a total of 10 projects.
Man, well, it certainly is a great offering, and I have to tell you that, I kind of kid. It's kind of a tongue-in-cheek kind of thing about me jealous a little bit, but I'll tell you what, any car guy that is proud of his garage and is going to absolutely fall in love with this. And the event that you guys have got coming up here in a couple of weeks, I encourage everybody to go out there. I mean, some of the guys are going to have cars on display there, and it ought to be a good time and a good opportunity to take a look at what you can do with some of these garages.
Yeah, it really will be. Again, it's the Garages and Gearheads event. Runs from 9 to 11 on Saturday the 28th. We've got refreshments. We've got some brochures. We can give anybody a tour of the facility that would like to see it. It's a good time had by all.
And how do we get there?
So we're located out on FM 13. Now I'm drawing a complete blank. Anyway, it's off of Pin Oak Road, 1463, excuse me. And we're about a mile due south of I-10. And we'll be putting out on social media an invitation to that event. It'll give you the exact address, time, and the source of the event. So we would love to have all the listeners on the program today. Please come out, take a look at what we do. Awesome.
Well, we're going to do our best to make sure that everybody knows about the event. Well, Craig Harris, thank you so much for joining us today. You're a champ, and we appreciate the time you spent with us.
Guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate being here. Have a great day.
You do the same. Craig Harris, garagesoftexas.com. It's awesome. All right. Time now for this hour's car review. I pushed the wrong button. Cut myself off.
It's one of those days.
Let's talk about button pushing.
No, it's not one of those days.
Let's talk about button pushing.
Let's talk about it.
I'm telling you.
Okay. So I had a chance to drive. Well, we'll do the cruising calendar after I get done. Is that okay?
Okay.
All right. I had a chance to drive the Mazda3. Here is what the Mazda3 comes in. The Mazda3 2.0, the Mazda3 2.5S, the Mazda3 2.5 Turbo. Mm-hmm. I had the 2.5 Turbo mid-size hatch. Exterior changes from last model year, none. What I liked about it? Well, let me put it this way. It has a big Mazda open-mouth grille flanked by sexy, squinty headlights.
Ooh.
Headlights. Smooth styling cues along its flanks, recognizable Mazda taillights, and rear styling. It's cool. If you like a hatch, I think it's a sharp looking. What do they call those things? Arrows. They look really cool. What I liked about it, the conservative sedan styling. Love the stylish hatch shape. I think it could probably use a little bit more pizzazz, but that's just my own personal take on it. Because, you know, I also appreciate this look as well.
It's nice.
My original Corvette, the 77 Corvette that I customized, it had this style of look. No chrome. It was, you know, stealthy.
Yeah.
Interior highlights, stylish dash and instrument cluster, but conservative. Central infotainment system operated by a console knob. We'll get into this in a minute. Little legroom for the backseat guests, as you can imagine. Steering wheel controls are hard to read.
Oh.
The buttons on the steering wheel?
Yeah, the button. I was thinking a screen. I was going, huh?
No, the steering wheel controls are hard to read. Cargo trunk room, small. It's got a small trunk lid opening. What could use improvement? Okay. I love Mazdas. I think that they build a great car. I think their infotainment systems suck.
Uh-oh.
If I never get another Mazda again, well, so be it. I think it's convoluted, confusing, and overcomplicated in an infotainment operation. To change the radio station, I had to drill down 3 layers into the system. My question to Mazda is, why reinvent the wheel? Why? There's no reason to do that. It's okay to be different, but to be that different and to make it this hard to do,
Different's got to be better.
isn't it better to conquest new buyers than to alienate the ones that you have with a confusing infotainment control system?
Wow.
Just saying. 2.5-liter turbo 4-cylinder, 227 horsepower, 310 pound-feet of torque. Love the motor. 6-speed automatic transmission works great. Gets 23 miles per gallon city, 31 highway, 26 combined. I got 28.4 miles per gallon in this car, over 320 miles. Pretty darn good.
Yep.
Power is smooth and fun, and it changes the car's attitude. It kind of has that Mazda MX-5 Miata attitude to it.
Cool.
That infotainment system, though, it's a
Yeah.
killer. What I liked the nature of the Sport Tune suspension. Again, it reminds me of the MX-5 Miata. Base trim price, $33,750. Prices tested, $35,415. Base model price is $20,650. Competitors include the Honda Civic for $22,045, the Kia Forte for $20,115, and the Subaru Impreza for $22,073. And that is my review of the Mazda 3.
Very good.
Well, I'm sure that Mazda won't like it, but you know
Well,
what?
you know,
Sometimes the
it's-
truth hurts, and I don't want to sugarcoat it, and clearly I did not. And it's a real shame about that infotainment system. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Much like that Jag I did. I'm not going to get any more of those.
No, you're probably not. All right, time now for the cruise-in calendar. Now, we just mentioned a cruise-in that's coming up in a couple of weeks. That's going to be out at the Garages of Texas location out in Katy. And that is Garages and Gearheads. And it's going to be 9 to 11 on the 28th off of FM 1463 Pin Oak Road.
Right.
Okay.
And then Sunday, the 29th, 10 to 1, you've got Lady Chaos Car Crew, which sounds very cool. They got a raffle, they got food, DJ, prizes. It's the 1-year anniversary bash at Fortress Beer Works, 2606 Spring Cypress Road in Spring. And then you got on the 18th, well, it is. On the 18th, you've got North Houston Cruisers. Is that how you say that? Yeah, Cruisers Charity Show. Lone Survivor Foundation. Let me say that again. Houston Cruisers Charity Show, Lone Survivor Foundation. That's at Rudy's Barbecue on Highway 249 in South Tomball. 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. awards. Now, if you want to go, it's $20 to $25 to show your vehicle. So that's pretty cool as well. Saturday, September 25th, talked about that. 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. You got Woody's 3rd Annual Waterfront Car Show. At the
We're going to be there for that.
We will be there. I'll be signing autographs, kissing babies. October 8th.
Don't kiss the babies. They don't want you to kiss them. You'll frighten them off.
Well, all right. I'll be signing autographs. October 8th at 12 noon, noon to 11. What? Anyways, it's an Audi Club Nationals in Austin. Look at that. October 8th, 12 noon to 11 a.m. to 12. What? Be there.
Yeah, be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a good event,
Get,
Austin.
get confused like we are.
Well,
Yeah.
we're keeping it weird because it's Austin.
You're doing a
Yes, yes,
fine
you are.
job.
There you go.
Lucille.
Thank you, Conrad.
And let's not forget next weekend.
Yeah. Next weekend
the
is
Tailpipes and Tacos.
Yep. It's at 99 and Kingsland Boulevard.
Yep.
Katy.
Just a little
Yep.
south of I-10 in
That's right.
Katy. We'll be there. We want you to be there, too. We invite you to stop by.
Yep. And you got tacos. You got
I'm still
mimosas.
shaking over the Mazda review.
Easy. Let's talk about mimosas and Bloody Marys. They've got tacos. They're really good. They're really good.
Did we eat tacos? We had so many Bloody Marys and mimosas. I don't remember eating
That
anything.
was several events ago.
I
It
don't
was
know.
a good show. though.
How did that all get discombobulated?
And then we went to lunch. It was awesome.
Yeah, we did. It was-
Then we took a nap.
I'm still suffering from that
Are
lunch.
you?
Man, we packed some groceries in there.
Well, yeah. Okay.
we sure had a good time.
It was good. Good time had by all.
Well, that event is it's our cup of tea. Stan puts it on and
Does a great job.
He does a great job, and breakfast tacos are awesome. And the nice thing about it is we have time to sober up before we have to drive home. So yeah, we look
They're
forward
good.
to that. Always look
and
forward to
the when you buy a taco or the
The breakfast tacos.
the
and
breakfast
stuff.
tacos are awesome, or you buy an adult beverage, all that money goes to
charity.
there you go.
Yeah. Actually, the Shirley Muldowney kids thing.
Yeah, it's children's charity.
Yeah. All right. Time to move on, shall we? Mr. Mars, we're keeping you awake?
Almost.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Do we have our next guest ready?
Well, I can see him.
All right.
I can't hear him,
see
but I
him.
can see him. Yeah, he's waving.
All right. Well, we're going to get to him in just a minute because we need to take a quick break.
Well, obviously he can hear us. So
The
we're
In-Wheel
good.
Time Car Show streams on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and InWheelTime.com. Podcasts are available from your favorite podcast source. In-Wheel Time Car Show continues right after this quick break.
Whether you own a newer car or want to keep your older one humming along for a while longer, think of Bayway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Bayway Chevy, and Bayway Lincoln to keep things in tip-top shape. From oil changes to major repairs, you can depend on the highly skilled service pros at Bayway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Bayway Chevrolet, and Bayway Lincoln to perform fast, efficient service to keep your investment running strong. For all your service needs, remember Bayway. Schedule your next appointment online anytime. Bayway, keeping it original. Tailpipes and Tacos, Houston's premier monthly car cruise-in returns Saturday, August 21st at 2 Loopy Tortilla Mexican restaurants in Katy and inside the Loop on the Southwest Freeway near Kirby. Tailpipes and Tacos is free and everyone is invited. You'll see collector cars, hot rods, customs, magnificent originals, and resto mods at 2 locations. Cars from all over Southeast Texas cruise in and show off in a friends and family event at the Loopy Tortilla Mexican restaurant on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard just south of I-10 in Katy, and inside the Loop on the Southwest Freeway near Kirby. Drag racer, car enthusiast, and Loopy founder Stan Holt brings you Houston's hottest cruise-in. Tailpipes and Tacos at Loopy's inside the Loop on the Southwest Freeway in Kirby, and in Katy on the Grand Parkway just south of I-10, where you'll see the In-Wheel Time Car Show. Get your ride ready and we'll see you at the Tailpipes and Tacos Saturday morning cruise-in at Loopy's in Katy and Kirby, August 21st, 8 to 11 a.m., weather permitting. Gulf Coast Auto Shield has moved to a more convenient location. Now you can visit John Gray and his staff of dedicated professionals at their new shop on the South Sam Houston Parkway between Belford and Airport in Southwest Houston. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is the best at paint correction and ceramic coatings. Clear bras and custom wraps are specialties that only Gulf Coast Auto Shield installs with award-winning accuracy, and all their services come with a warranty. Lamborghini, Aston Martin, Porsche, and Ferrari owners depend on Gulf Coast Auto Shield for their specialty services, and you should too. The In-Wheel Time Corvette and Cutlass have both been massaged by Gulf Coast Auto Shield, so isn't it time your vehicle visit their new shop in Southwest Houston? Call John Gray today at 832-930-5655 or visit online at gcautoshield.com. That's gcautoshield.com. Paint, coatings, wraps, and more at gcautoshield.com.